Hey, y'all, what's good? Another episode. Tap in with Young. Y'all already know what's going on, man. Got a special guest today in the building. Hey, man, look, all my guests are special. I fuck with all my guests a long way. But SEJ,
My
you
brother.
special guest to me, bro. What's good?
Right, man.
I
Like I
got
tell you, man.
SEJ in the building, y'all.
What,
What's
hey, what's
good?
going on? For those who don't know me, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is SEJ, aka the Street Director. I'm an artist and a creative, and a guy around town who has my hands in a little bit of everything. In a metroplex of DFW to the world.
For
We
sure.
just doing what we can to push the arts forward.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Can you tell the people where you from, SEJ?
Oh yeah, I'm from Lancaster, Texas. I'm a Lancaster Tiger. Born in Dallas, born in Oak Cliff. For those who like to play that suburb card,
Yeah.
which is all good. But I'm
Yeah, for
from Dallas.
sure.
Born in St. Paul Hospital. Was in Oak Cliff off Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Moved to Lancaster when I was 6 years old and been a Tiger ever since.
Ever
So
since.
technically,
Okay.
I can claim Oak Cliff
Yeah.
and really be that. My grandmother, my folks, and my mother is from there. But I chose Lancaster because it wasn't nobody doing it from Lancaster, so
Yeah.
I might as well
Oh,
might
no.
as well did it.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
man. So I
For
ain't I ain't
sure.
ashamed of my Tiger roots, man. They know I've been claiming that L Town thing, back when everybody was, acting like they was ashamed of it, which ain't nothing to be ashamed about, man.
For
Nothing.
sure. Yeah. For sure. I, hey, man, I'm with you. Yeah. Hey,
So,
I'm with you. I rip that L proud, baby.
oh, without a doubt, because
Yeah.
Naughty, man. Let me tell y'all when I first heard of Naughty, I was just out in the streets doing my thing, ripping, and running the street. Like me and Naughty were talking with my brother Big Josh, and then words on the streets rumbling. Lancaster started getting tough. We had a
Right.
bunch of real ones. And a bunch of guys that was coming up, doing their thing. Salute to. I mean, there was a lot of group, the Players Mafia. The Ballers came through and did their
Yeah,
thing.
way back.
Oh yeah, so that was Williams, D Jones, R.I.P. D Jones,
For
Young
sure.
Terrific, all those guys, Steve Williams, a lot of real ones, and
Right.
then, Ballers was doing their thing for the L. That's around the time, the 350, with Tom and all those guys was running around Dallas, really doing some real things, before they started rapping. So
For
you got the
sure.
Ballers, you had that. And then a couple of years later, L Town had Deuce One.
Yeah.
Deuce One had, all the Dons, all them real ones, Ray Branch, all those guys, a bunch of them, Dion, everybody was doing their thing. A lot of people. Then we had the Baby Deuce, and the
Yeah.
youngest OG was a leader of
Yeah. For
that.
sure.
And there was a
Yeah.
real one, and his name was
Yeah.
Young Naughty.
For
And Naughty
sure.
didn't play. Naughty was
Yeah.
really about that,
Yeah.
really about that,
For
and
sure. For
was
sure.
really about that.
For sure.
And so to see the path he took, how he, his whole life, man, from being say, man, the youngest OG, that's what I call him, because he really
Yeah.
did that and does that.
Facts.
Just watch growth and the game and everything he do. I salute Naughty. So I'm honored to be talking to you, brother.
Same to you, bro. Okay, so we come out the L. We music.
Yeah,
Um, man, you've collabed with a lot of, I'm gonna say, stars. You collab with
yes.
stars. You collab with people who have made impact in the rap game. Um, Lil Flip, Charlie Boy, Slim Thug. The list goes on.
Mhm.
Get tap in. Tell me what you know. How did that come about from just being a kid from likes to going to going to do music and teaming up with some of these big
Oh yeah,
stars.
yeah. Well, I got to go back a little further than that. To be one of the first artists out of Lancaster.
For
Not
sure.
the first. Starving Artist was actually the first group that dropped the CD. They had an album out called Fast Life. And they was the
Okay.
first group, and they was really Lancaster and Pleasant Grove. It was Young Red, Young Muhammad, my boy Cliff. Shogun and David Chris, a group called
Right.
Starving Artists. And at the time, myself, De'Ira Bright, Larry Dibbles, Charles Greer, and Corey Smallwood,
Okay.
we had a group called Players in Time, that was doing our
Yeah.
thing in Lancaster. We was doing what Swisher House was doing, but didn't recognize it. And I had
Okay.
a studio, in my mother's garage, and we was rapping on a karaoke machine, but using the karaoke machine, naughty,
Yeah.
we was doubling our vocals and stuff, and we didn't realize what we was doing at the time,
Right.
that it was just revolutionary to do that and have the different, tapes and CDs floating. So we
Yes,
did
sir.
that for a couple of years, and then basically, to make a long story short, I hooked up with Diamond D, who was cutting hair at Mickey's, because Diamond D
Okay.
was dropping the real CDs at the time.
Okay.
He was doing, had his first album, Showed Them Goals, and had the party scene on lock. That's Oak Cliff finest right there. He was cutting hair at
Right.
Mickey's up
For
in
sure.
Lancaster. And so I just went up, did a demo, went up to him, gave it to him, and shoot, Diamond D brought me on to Diamond Records, I turned around and brought my boy Joe, Mr. ATM, who was C
Okay.
Strug's manager later on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went to Diamond Records and was one of the Diamond Records original D Town Bad Boys. So
Okay.
I'm still in high school at this point, Naughty. I'm 15, 16.
Hey, I
So
ain't
to
know
make a
that. That's history. I ain't know
yeah,
that.
yeah. That
That's
was the
history.
youngest to
So,
get a deal.
so, so, how was it? Doing music with Lil Flip at the time, Slim
Hmm.
Thug, these guys having major label deal. How was it
Oh yeah,
doing
yeah.
your
Oh,
thing independently?
yeah. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I got you.
Okay.
So I had Diamond, gave me my blessing to go do my own label. I was like, man, I want to go try to do my own thing because I really wanted he had some other artists that was not the top pick there
Okay.
because he had your Squeak, Spider Man, DC. I was like the fourth or fifth guy to drop an album, but I was hungry. And
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah, I want to do try it on my own. And D blessed me. So I did my first album in 2000, 2001. I had just graduated from high school. I was 18. And I did
Okay.
my first album, Backdraft.
Right.
Backdraft did real good. So I was able to save and make some money. And
Okay.
then at the time, now mind you, this is 2000, 2001. So Swisher House and all them is blowing up at this point.
Right.
Lil Flip, Lil Flip at this point. Flip it just did the Leprechaun, and so see they didn't get the deal yet. They
Oh, okay.
didn't have the peak yet. So I caught these guys right before
Right.
they blew up. And but just being a fan, riding around music and loving music like I'm into, tapping into them because it wasn't a lot of people just doing music like that in Dallas at that time. It really wasn't no
For sure.
infrastructure. But the world was on that Houston music tough. And
For
I'm in the
sure.
stores seeing it, and I got a little bit of money on me. So,
Yeah.
I chopping it up with Ed and Cap at the Bum and George Lopez. See, DSR wasn't a group at the time. If DSR would have been a group at the time, DSR came after me. I'd have been working with them because we was all at the same studio, literally. And
Sheesh.
then them my boys anyway. So
Right.
I'm chopping it up with George. George do a compilation called North to the South, T Town. That was his second compilation. George gave me and Mr. ATM about 400 CDs and sent us on our first run through the South to go drop them off at the stores. So he gave us a list of all the stores to go. We get in the car and we traveling all the way from Texas all the way through to Mississippi. Stopping
Dang.
at every mom and pop store with a CD that's gonna sell because it got Lil Flip, it got
Right.
Freestyle King, it got Slim Thug, and then it
Right.
had everybody in Dallas who was doing their thing, like my boy Bobo Luciano. See, I got super tight TV, the hat he gave me, repping that
Yeah.
today.
For
And
sure. For
yeah,
sure.
Nordy. And so, just to be real with you, bro, and just learning
You
the
caught
game
them
and
at the
being
perfect
young.
time.
Yeah, and they was doing their thing. So, I'm popping it with George. I'm going
Right.
up there to George. If I'd have known what I know now, me and George should have did more business, but I was just young. We just didn't know. But George say, bro, I'm, reaching out to him. I'm out on the streets. So I'm reaching out to different people, to different stores I had to contact. But to be honest, George was one of the biggest points of contact because it's like, oh man, I got a little bit of change, bro. Man, what's a good number on Flip them? What's a, at the
Right.
time reaching out to him. Man, what's a good number on Slim? Reaching out to him, man. I'm an artist from Dallas. Oh man, we heard you on that compilation. Cool, send him something. And then
Right.
at the time you go in the studio, and then back then you mail them something. But I'm a big fan of when I get you something, it's gonna have an offer you can't refuse. So the beat and the
Right.
song is gonna be on point. So we was in the studio. Twan was doing the beats at the time, but boy Twan had done. And
Yeah,
yeah, bro,
Twan. Shout
we
out
just
Twan Dunn.
yeah, Twan did them beats on the PlayStation on that second album. And yeah, bro, sent that to them. They loved it. They jumped in there, did the records. And built a good relationship with them. And I was actually, if I wasn't the first, I was top three to ever work with those Houston artists. Like Freestyle Kings, they give me those
For
probably like
sure.
you the first Dallas artist we ever worked with. Because it was just
For
about
sure.
not being scared to travel and doing music, and they was real ones. So they showed love and
That was yeah, for
oh
sure. So
yeah, we
you you got the Rainmaker, you
hmm
got Hustler Loyalty, Points,
hmm
the Champion, the Filmmaker,
hmm
been cool since high school, long memory, deep pockets.
yes sir.
We'll figure it out. The Burn. Which one of those albums was to you your greatest work?
I got 34 albums on the market that they can
And
look them
that's
up,
only okay. And that's
and
that's
two
10 that
films.
I discovered. Which
Yes, and
okay, out of 34, which one did
my
you
my
put the most work in, and which one bubbled the most for you?
now as far as okay, that's a great question, my brother. The as far as sales, if we talking sales, we got to go to that album we talk about, the 2002 Burn the Backdraft, because that was physical CD sales. That was
Right.
10 a pop.
Yeah.
To be honest, as a youngster, I was damn near a millionaire off of that album because the independent game was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Then now we in this streaming era, which is a little different of a ball game. So
For
from a
sure.
commercial aspect, all of those projects have made money and done well. But just as far as artistic wise,
Yeah.
I would honestly say, bro, Hustler Loyalty Points is the one that's my personal favorite. I know all your albums are like kids,
Uh
but
huh.
and it's not the most streaming, the most commercially successful one. I think within time they will. That one will.
Right.
But yeah, that's a hell of a record, bro. And as an artist and as a fan, I'm like, damn. When you're
Yeah.
doing records, as from creating, you don't really know what you got,
Right.
until the record drops,
Fact.
and then the record come out. And even when you're working on it, you may have to sit on it for a few days,
Right.
and then it's like, damn, and then over time, you don't really know. Everybody act
Right.
like they know, bro. You just be in there working and creating and say, man. But yeah,
Right.
that hustle loyalty points is a monster, bro.
Yeah, for sure. So you did a lot of groundwork. All your events, bro. You had K104 supporting you. How did
hmm
that go about?
Well, that relationship with them goes back for the longest. Even K104 and 97.9.
Hmm.
Because even when I was young in high school, I was the freestyle champion. You probably seen some of them posts where I'd won for like 18, 20 weeks in a row. So I was always going up to the radio station even back then. And the interesting part about K104, even in 97.9, even though I just never got that push on the song, where they did the push, but that was years
But they
later. See,
supported you.
yeah, they did because see, they didn't really start supporting artists until 2010, 2011. But I was in the game in 98, 97, 98. But I was doing the freestyles, and even when I did the street director, where I switched from artist to cameraman, yeah, Big Bang was the first one to give me Big Bang program director 979 was the first one to really just give me a super huge break and allow me to come do the car shows, and that really blew up the brand, and
Right.
to be behind the scenes and work with that. And K104, they have always supported. So yeah, Brian, one of them artists, with I hate the radio, and my life
Right.
is just because of this, but that bro, they always showed me love, to the
Yeah.
capacity. Of course, everybody would like to be on rotation 24/7, all day, every day. Everybody
For
would
sure.
love to do that. But,
Yeah.
it's Who
You
knows?
played your
Maybe or
part.
maybe not. Yeah, they always supported me, bro. I appreciate it.
Okay,
Boy, trying to
so
get this camera angle is a beast. Boy, I like this here show, bro. You own to something. You know, you talking to the real one.
appreciate
I
it.
see you just talk to Biggie. You talk
Appreciate
to
it.
Ro, dance like a stripper, all the good moves Ro
So
Chewett got, and
okay. I want
Maserati,
to
yeah, a
ask
bunch of
you.
guys.
I want to
Hmm.
ask you. Being from Lancaster, what advice have you gave some of the? But we're gonna exclude me. What advice have you gave some artists that has been successful in like from Lancaster?
Oh man, just do your thing. Because there's no rules to the rules. It's no manuscript for it, and I've always shown support for everybody from the road
Facts.
to whoever was rocking. You know what I'm saying, man? I just show them love and proud of all of them. Everybody, you got Chance doing this thing. You got I seen a young guy, something J, no fly J. It's something cool. Name.
Star is.
Mr. EBK Cyrack, your nephew, he doing this thing. All these guys that are doing. If you're doing music artists, even from Toronto, who was one of the first female singers, and Lil Ronnie and Tom from DSR,
Yeah.
and Young Terrific with his Say the World project,
Yeah.
the Sam Fly SL, Fly Stevie,
For
everybody,
sure.
B Watt, TPT. You know what I'm saying?
So
Even
list goes
you
on.
yeah, remember we did the L Town compilation and Narda was
For
on there.
sure. For sure.
On the L Town, that's my hood record. Where he was like, I beat a nigga with a Carter jacket. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
When you was doing your thing. Yeah. So, we had everybody
Yeah.
on that mug, so they can't say Jay wasn't about the arts, and Jay showed support, young baller. Everybody who doing their thing. If you trying to be
Right.
an artist and be a creator, just do it, bro. There's no rules to the rule. And that's what I tell anybody, man. And shout out to V Beezy, man, because he was one
For
of our
sure.
sharpest hitters. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and
Big
still
Biz has
is,
skills. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. So
you
I love everybody, man. Do y'all thing.
so rapping, you dropped 34 albums. Let's salute you for that off top, bro. You like I said,
Appreciate
you
it.
did a lot of groundwork, but you transitioned from rapping and you start shooting movies.
Yes, sir.
How many movies do you have
Now
out?
as a director, I have two. Quintessential the movie, and After Quarantine the movie as a director. I'm
Okay.
actually in six movies, with Carter High being one of the most notable ones.
Okay.
I did
So
played a
you was in
small
Carter
role.
High?
Yeah, I mean Carter High is an extra, and I was the set photographer. And just being on the set with those guys every day, it
Right.
just I have a kind of energy to me, that's kind of contagious. And I knew that movie had greatness written all over it, and I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that everybody on set, knew that. So it was an honor to be around Arthur Muhammad and everybody that was on that set. And to me, that's was the birth of the new Dallas wave of because everybody who does films or involved in any kind of performance arts, they had something to do with that Carter High project.
Okay.
So that was major for the city. And so
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
So
man, what a blessing.
so what does it take to direct the film? Uh,
Oh, you ask great questions. I tell anybody, man, if you can write a song, you can make a movie. That's like
it's
from
that
Lil Kane to
simple.
you. Yeah, man, because you're telling a story and it doesn't have to rhyme.
Okay.
You don't have to come up with a catchy beat, and try rhyme dog with fog, fuck the laws, I'm above y'all, I go off and I'm so raw. I
Yeah.
see the bad women want to take off the draws. You don't have
Yeah.
to do that when
You
you're
ain't
writing the
gotta do
rhyme.
all that shit.
Yeah, if you writing the script, it's just the man walk in the door. Hey man, walk through the door. Film him.
Right.
All right, the man opens the car door. Hey man, open the car door, and then he get in the car door. It's easy. It's just about being patient, man, and just keep going, keep shooting it till it's right, till it looks right, and just work and just see it through.
Okay, so how was that to transition from music? Because you made 34 albums, and
Yes.
you just like, okay, well, I'm gonna make a movie. What was going? Is it just something you was like, let me try this, or that is that what you want to do before music, or
Well, being on the streets, bro, and you ask great questions, man. You going far with this because you actually are an intelligent brother. You've always been that. But the truth of the matter is, it just seen the business aspect. Because come 2005, 2006, bootlegging hit the game hard, and the CD streams, the Napster, and all that stuff. They killed the independent game, the out the trunk, the consignment on the store. I seen the money drop. You know, I went from dropping independent.
Dang.
My last album that was physically in store was Rainmaker, and that was
Okay.
doing six and seven, 8,000 copies at $10 a pop. And then I'm seeing those checks, 7,000 this week, 6,000 the next week,
Right.
3,500 the next week,
Yeah.
800 the next week, and you seeing it, and then bootlegging and the world, the niggas ain't buying CDs no more. So then at that point, that's when I went back to college because shit, the game was dried up, and mind you, I was still young. So shoot, I went to college while that was trying to figure itself out.
So you went back to college to figure out filming?
No, I went to college because the street game was drying up, and
Okay.
it was like, well, shoot, let me go because college itself, like I tell people from the work I do in college, if you in that system, especially back then, bro, you can get money for going to school and bettering yourself. There's so many scholarships and grants. If you do it right, you can really be getting paid to
Right.
go to school. And so I figured that out and to give you something to do and you out the way, at the point, you avoid the police, you avoid the
Right.
haters, you avoid the bullets, you avoid the pitfalls of life
Right.
being at the school, and so I did that for 5 years. By the time I came back, I started noticing at the point MySpace kicked in 2005,
Yeah.
2006. So now the internet is the king. So
Facts.
what's on the internet? Pictures.
Hmm.
YouTube quality wasn't about nothing at that particular time. So it wasn't the videos, it was the pictures. So
Right.
I'm seeing from the old days of throwing parties back with Diamond D, I used to notice the promoter oftentimes took all the risks and didn't get no money. The DJ get hit three, $400. The bartender get hit $200. The truth of the matter is that cameraman was the motherfucker in the whole group because he'd be in that corner $5, $10 a picture. There's 400 people in the club. At least 200 gonna take a picture. That man
Facts.
leaving with $2,000, $3,000, and he's sliding out the back door, and all he did was took a picture, printed it, and gave it to him. So I'm peeping the game, and then at this point I'm doing work with nonstop graphics, watching them work, and then my boy Trade Up, he doing this camera work, and then
Okay.
I'm like, shoot, I got with Whitney, my homegirl Whitney, who was down with Diamond Records. She let me use her camera, and then I just started doing the camera work.
Damn. So you
Now, if you,
basically what you did was you studied the game and you went
yeah,
back and mastered it.
yeah, I just seen what was making the most money, and I noticed, okay, all right, everybody like being seen. The internet's
Right.
popping. They like to take pictures. Well, shoot, I'm gonna go over here and do this man a photo shoot. I may get one, $200 for here, whatever I charge. Different prices, but
Right.
shoot, next thing you know, I'm in all the clubs. I'm at all the events. I may do a big event and get three, $4,000, or do a wedding or something, and I'm
Right.
just taking pictures. Shoot, they want to be the stars. They want to be seen. All I got to do is take the pictures, and then that later became the video game. So shoot, at
Mm.
this point, shoot, I was out. Like in the clubs and stuff. This was about now we getting to definition DJ time and all that.
Yeah.
Because in
Yeah. For sure.
2009, when you seeing the new wave where they started supporting the Dallas artists, you got the boogie era. You got
Yeah.
everybody was getting the radio play at that point, and Big Bank had brought me onto the radio station and let me do my street director thing. And at the time, Brittany Starr was actually the first Dallas artist to win on BET
Mm.
with the Wild Out Wednesday. She really kicked off that boogie movement. A lot of people don't. She won first. Then they started playing the Roll Ice Cream Paint Job, which he actually was taking off at PV with that. And
Facts.
California picked that up. And then
Facts.
Dallas started doing it. Then Lil Will hit the Dougie. And then from there, shoot,
Take off. Yeah.
everybody. What they should have supported Mr. French because he had a record called "Showing Out."
Yeah.
But they supported a lot of Dallas artists and Trail Lee and Prince Rick. Who them my boys. Them my dogs. Them my guys.
Shout out to French,
And
Shirley, and French Rick.
oh man,
For sure.
salute to them, bro. Because them and Lil Kane and everybody. But yeah, bro. Just to be real with you, man, I see it was more money. Especially for me, because the average rapper lasts 2, 3 years. That's
Right.
an average rapper.
Facts.
And I came in the game in 1998. So
So it's
technically,
time to do
according to that
something different. You
metric,
feel?
yeah, I was supposed to be done in 2000, 2001, but I hit a big stride in 2002. So
Facts.
obviously it's easier when you were a teenager. Obviously, if I put out a record now, I'm not top 40. I'm not supposed to be at this point. It's out of love for it, but I can do a film and can put young talents in the game, and push
Facts.
that,
That's
and
facts.
and sit back and be the director. And when I speak on these platforms, I'm not coming in as trying to be the man or try to be seen. I want to show love and encouragement to the next generation of artists, and tell these guys and women and everybody, be true to the art. Follow,
Right.
don't listen to nobody because don't nobody know what they're talking about. Don't worry about trendy. Go in there, be an artist, be creative. Whether you're doing music, visuals, whatever you're doing, just follow your blueprint because the world is going to. It don't even matter how they gravitate to it. And I tell them because the truth of the matter is, when you create, like when Naughty put his album out with the Hood Dream, and he like, I'm a real nigga with a Hood Dreams, everything you
Right.
got going on, bro, they still gonna be playing that album 100 years from now,
For sure.
200 years from now. When you dead and gone, that art is still gonna be alive. So,
It's so
and it's
hard.
gonna,
I get that.
yeah, the people gonna keep changing. Like the
Facts.
audiences is gonna come and go. So just be true to the art and
Shit.
don't sell it to the people, man. Keep up because that stuff just gonna gain in value.
Come on, man.
So
Yeah, I
that's what I
got you.
tell people.
Say, man, that's why I got you on her, man, because you giving that game. So I got
Hmm.
a serious question for you, bro.
Yes.
Rapping, producing, or being an actor. Where's your heart at with that? Which one of them say, man, this is really like my calling right here? What do you think?
Oh, well, at this point in my life,
Mm-hmm.
definitely being a producer because I
So
look at
you
the big
no
picture.
acting.
Nah, because nah, man, I'm cool. I'm cool behind the scene. I'm starting to become more. I like to say, time you see Steven Spielberg walking across the screen. How many times you see Martin Scorsese walking on the screen, or Lucian Page? Do you hear him talking on apples? You know what I'm saying? Like the
Mm-hmm.
point that I'm making is, as you evolve and become, I want to be felt rather than seen. I do
I
interviews and
got you.
because this is the new wave. But like I say, my intent is to pass the ball. It's not,
Right.
oh, look at me, this. It's about working with other people. When your nephew get out, working with him on some stuff, working with just a
Right.
different generation, and empowering them with the knowledge in the game, and
Right.
expanding this stuff. Because quite frankly, you see Netflix got a building in Dallas that they gonna open here in 2025. Then people talk about Tubi, but Tubi got a base of 500 million people. So when you got project on
Right.
there, man, that's Fox Corporation. Like you got, whether they watch it or not, 500 million people have seen that. And I tell people, if they don't think that's a lot to do 500 million push-ups, and see how they feel,
So
I bet that they'll stop after 50.
yeah. So are your movies on Tubi?
Yes, they are. They on
Okay.
Tubi, Amazon Prime, and a couple of more things. But at this point, Tubi and Amazon, run that game. Especially for the independents, because I'm 100% independent artist. And Netflix, they starting to gravitate towards working with, the independents. They in talks with that. So once they get that going, I'm gonna be working with them too,
For
and
sure.
pushing these different talents, people like Linus Delane and Michael Hamilton Jr., Josie Sanders, Justin Montgomery, Kiana Rogers, just all these different talented people, and want to work with them, including OGs like Shaniqua Reed, who's from Dallas,
Mm.
and she been in Hollywood, bro, for the longest. So you really, I know you reaching out to people. I know she got a lot of detailed information. She been physically in Hollywood. Taronica Reed. That's Taronica Reed's big sister.
Yeah, for sure.
Shaniqua.
So
So
I need
yeah,
to
bro.
show tap in. I need to tap
Oh
in
yeah,
for sure. We gonna get
cause
we
like
gonna get on that. So you go from directing, I mean rapping, directing, and you also run a business.
yes.
Okay, what kind of business do you own?
Well,
besides,
oh, it's a couple of them. Yeah,
right?
bro.
But you also have trucking business too, right?
Yeah, I do the trucking,
Oh,
lawn service, bro.
okay.
It's a bunch of stuff, and
It's a
then
bunch of business.
I'm gonna give y'all some advice too when they talk about the different corporations and the names and stuff. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
can exist without having a name in the face. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, that goes back to, do you see Steven Spielberg walking across the screen?
Yeah.
Everybody always got to be seen. I'm not interested in being seen. I really
Right.
don't need. I don't want no name. I don't want no face. I
Yeah.
want to be an urban legend. If you believe it exists, I've been around and I'm always watching the field and always supported from the sideline, but they don't
Right.
realize I'm always paying attention, bro. That's on some real live. Being in Dallas over 4 decades stuff, bro. You stay alert, you stay alive. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how Smash the Topic always out and about, man. These guys are
Right.
connected. These guys are watching. These guys are working, and it's about showing love to all the generations.
So, what is what advice you have to business owners? Um, how can I say this? Like, you know how people get in businesses and people don't tell them everything.
Hmm.
What advice can you give somebody that's trying to start a business or running a business? Like how they say you got the good and you got the bad. What advice
Yeah.
can that they need to know?
Oh, bro, man, if you got $5, don't buy a $6 shirt. That's it. Man, just maintain your finances and just keep it going. Do
Yeah,
what you like to
real
do.
shit.
Just do what you like to
Real
do, bro.
shit.
Because if
I
you
need to
like what
see
you're
that picture,
doing,
bro.
it's
That's
not
some
work.
badass house. That's
That's
some
it,
badass
bro.
right there. You slick.
Yeah. Just keep it, man. Just come on, man. Just do what you can do and survive the droughts. And if you're doing what you love, it don't ever feel like work.
Right.
And shoot, money, man, we all make money. Everybody, bro, we may not got $50 million, but if you want to go buy you some chicken, you can go get you some chicken. If you want to get your
Right.
t-shirt, you can get a t-shirt. Money is just a tool, bro, because at the end of the day, everybody got to go.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
don't worship money. It's about love, life, your family, and the legacy and how you treat people, bro. That's what's important because nobody makes that out of this alive. Nobody. So the money, man, don't worship that, man. That ain't shoot. According to bricks, that may not be worth nothing no time soon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, just take care of the people. It's a tool, bro, and just business. Just do good customer service.
Right.
Just be upfront with people. And I said, hope you can flip it. And then
For sure.
just stay above float, pay the bill,
Yeah,
take care of the family.
for sure. For sure. Man, man, hey, I sure appreciate you coming to spit some game. I sure appreciate you tapping in, man.
Oh man,
For
I
sure.
tell you, man, we can go to town on this thing, man. I got nothing but time, and I just respect the real. And there's just so many things, man. That I see the city headed from, like the drill rappers, bro. I'm proud of them, but I don't think they need to push that death message because what they got to understand is just what you say comes
Celebrate.
true. If
Right.
you talk about life and prosperity, that's what you're going to see. You talk about beautiful women, that's what you're going to see. And if you talk about murder, death, kill, that's what you're going to see. And you don't have to
Right.
do that because you got the flow. You got all these millions of women and people watching you. You
Right.
can't talk gangster because everybody got a gun in Texas. And,
Right.
if people know your name and your face, that makes you a target. So it's no point in doing that. But you can, not tell you what to say or do with your content and your art. But if that's not really you or what you got to do, I mean, shoot, you could make songs for the ladies and at this point get the young women
Right.
and the old women and make the money. And bottom line, bro, it ain't y'all got talent, bro. It's more than just go. Let's
That's
kill this
something else.
poverty.
New
Oh,
Dallas drill is a touchy subject of Dallas. You got 80% of the people, in my view, that don't fuck with it. So I try to stay out of the, cause that's some,
yeah.
like you said, they on some more shit.
But see, I
So
I think that's our problem. To be honest with you, because you got to tackle that. And it's not being negative because I love those guys. They are talented artists. Even when you see what they speak, and I'm not against you at all. You can't say it's Jay. I listen to you. I watch all their stuff. You know, I'm tuned into them. I'm seeing what they doing. You know, I see the Dallas Global and the guys and the Sean Cottons and everybody, you know, pushing the narrative, and they gonna continue to grow. But what I'm saying, just from a guidance point, I mean, if we know they youngsters and they doing their thing, man, we could just tell them, just keep doing your thing. But it's more to life than murder, death, kill. All you doing is instead of talking about, you know, getting a switch and killing an op. What's the difference between that? But between I'm going on the block and opening up this store. You know, it's the same concept. You're
So it's the
having a
narrative that we
challenge.
push.
That's
It's the
it.
narrative.
You're just changing the game, bro. You just changing what you selling, but you still selling. You don't have to sell. I'm gonna kill you. It's more I can build with you. We can make money together. You know, we all hungry. You know, and we all can eat. And that's just. And then sometimes when you just present that option to them and just let them know people are watching you without the antics. You know, we seen what happened when the street stuff goes too far. You know, and then
Facts.
the lines get blurred. You know, where
Facts.
guys a simple respect factor. Like, bro, I respect the G in you, man. Like, don't be trying to belittle or emasculate another man when you know ain't no black man a bitch. You know ain't no black man weak, bro.
There you
You know
go.
ain't nobody. So why try to play with another man like that? Just respect that he's a man and he's real at what he do, and that's that. We're not enemies. We're not the ops. We're
Facts.
not against each other. We're not. We just not. We got bigger fish to fry. That's
Right.
all I'm saying. So salute to the Dallas drill rappers. I'm
Salute,
watching. We
salute.
all watching, and y'all just
Yep.
what I'm saying, man. Just
We hoping y'all make
make
big too.
yeah, they gonna do it. Make a I need love song like LL Cool J. I'm just saying, man, talk to the women instead of talking about killing a nigga. Talk about, talk to the ladies. You gonna win. Look at Chris Brown and all them. Do you just switch the subject? The topics. That's all I'm saying, and y'all gonna win. Salute to y'all, every last one of them. I believe in you.
For sure. So man, is there anybody you want to shout out to before we
Oh
wrap it up?
man, I want to shout out everybody who took time to watch this. From me to you, and continue to support this brother. Nardi is talking to a lot of influential people and people that's going to continue to be great. This series is going to continue to grow and going to get platforms of millions of people upon millions and get global reach. And he's going to continue to grow and continue to do that. And I pray prosperity and continued blessings. So I want to shout you out. I want to shout out to every viewer watching this, and just everybody who's just a part of the journey, man. Even all the way to Jamaica, the Naomi Cowans and the Leela Ikes and the Protege. These people have hundreds of millions of fans worldwide. Everybody who's tuning in to what's going on. From DFW to the entire world. So I just want to salute everybody.
That's a
So
bet,
and
man.
thank
So
everybody.
man, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hey, we up out of
I,
here, man. Appreciate you, SCG, bro. Salute.
I,
For sure.
I appreciate you. Nordic, man. God bless you, my brother. Hey, man, and in real
Thank
life, bro, anytime you need me, hit me, my brother. And
For
it
sure.
is what
For
it
sure.
is. So
For
thank
sure.
everybody.
For
Salute.
sure. That's a bet. We gonna chop it up.
Oh, without a doubt, my brother. We forever locked in.
Bet.